And here we have that, I guess it's 5-sided, so pentagonal tank. And you'll see a lot more of the small black mollies. There's a couple of big ones in here. And also a lot of the sunset platies that I said Pam brought home the other day from her shopping trip. You also see in the back that Anacris that we found a good buy, Ray and I, on Thursday. Went down to Tropiquarium. Again, there's another dozen neons in this tank, and like I said, I'm very pleased. Both the black mollies and the neons seem to do well. That has not been my history, and so I'm very pleased that for whatever reason they are. And there, of course, you see the betta that I was promising you in the other one. Very pretty when you catch it in the light. Again, the Java fern in the back. And that thrives even in the shadows, so it's a standard plant that captures on the structures. And while the others come and go, the Java fern just hangs in there. Wish I had more tanks to keep bettas in. Tempted to get one of those tanks that got 5 slots in it. They're also pretty. Saw a total black one yesterday down in Blackwood, New Jersey, at the Aquarium Center there, in their new facility. If you get a chance, worth a trip down to Clementon and Blackwood, New Jersey, to see their beautiful new store. And in the interesting display tanks for bettas, they had a beautiful black crowned male betta. The crown being that feathery tail. It wasn't a lot of money for them, like 12, 13, 15 bucks. Tend to stick with equally pretty males that go for $3.99 or even $2.99 sometimes over at Hidden Reef, which is just over the border into Pennsylvania, out Route 413, I think it is. Again, well worth a trip over there. And you'll see a lot of black and yellow or orange in this tank, which I'm very pleased with. A lot of activity. And all those black mollies are thriving. They're not growing big. They came from a huge pair of parents, and a couple of them, as you'll see in the office tank, got to a good size, but the rest of them got to this size and they stay that size. So they're not necessarily babies. Some of them are, but most of them are at full size. And there's one beautiful male in here, 2 males, one sailfin male, and this one down below here is a nice looking male. There he is, right there. Right down in the corner. There we go. Not a sailfin though, but still a good looking male. Very healthy looking. And then, despite having all these black mollies, I did buy a nice young sailfin one, but he doesn't seem to be doing as well as the native born ones here, meaning raised here in my own tanks. This betta looks so gorgeous. I couldn't resist with the combination of the red and blue and the way it fades in those fins. Really captured me. He's done well in here for quite a while now. Again, a fish that if I get 6 months out of her, 9 months, seems to be good. Anyway, that's the latest version of the corner tank. And like I say, the anacris is new. Good sized bunches. As I understood it talking to the owner, they actually come from a local pond. They harvest them. That he put some plants in there and they took off. That's not necessarily good news. Our experience, Ray and I's experience with harvesting plants from local waterways, especially the the Delaware River out here, got beautiful, long Vallisneria. But once you put it in a tank here, either because of the difference in the water or the temperatures or whatever, we're talking something that doesn't last maybe but a month or two. But in that month or two, this tank would be solid Vallisneria that is the height of this tank. And that tank is, a good 3 foot high. Enough that when I try to put my arm in there to plant something, I'm at my armpit, and makes it very tough. But I love the variety of plants. It's always good trying them, and yeah, I feed the plants sometimes. Don't know that that does much good, but I do try it. And again, there's that anacris. Nice bunch, $3.99 a bunch. And you can see over on the other side there's a second bunch, and you can see how long that is because it's going that full 3 feet. It's not planted in the gravel, but it's right above it. And if you follow that up, you can see that even since I put it in there, it's really stretched itself out and it's growing nicely just in a couple days. Right up to the top. And it's a tall tank, so it's kind of hard to decorate given that height. But if I get the right kind of plants in there, it really does look nice. All right, with that, I'll take you into the office tank and see how that one's doing. There's some of the schooling of those neons. Like I said, I'm very pleased that they're thriving. All 3 tanks have about a dozen neons in them, and they're all doing well. When they school in here, sitting back in this lounge chair and just watching it is just thrilling, especially in the evening when the lights are out, and so you get all the color here. But you can see the nice combination of the blacks of the black mollies and the yellows and orange of the platies, and then of course the neon colors of the red and blue of the neons themselves. Couldn't be more pleased. And then of course that betta comes across. Now just yesterday down at Trop Aquarium, or I'm sorry, Blackwood Aquarium Center, Pam found a couple yo-yo loaches, and you'll never see them in here. They're back there someplace. She's been a loach fan for many years. We've had many different types, but these are really small. They're about $4.49 a piece. I don't know if we'll ever see them again. There's so much hiding space in here, which I like. It's always a surprise when you see one of those fish that you know are in there, and you don't see them often. And so with that, we'll say goodbye to that betta. And that anacris.